Have you seen the 1 hour Hitpiece video on your motorcycle takes? No, and I don't care. I'm sorry. You know who would make a 90-minute video defending motorcycles? A motorcyclist. I say like a slur. Sorry, folks. I'm not. Did you see the Squid Tips motorcycle guy video about you? We all want me to engage with the... Look, my issue with motorcycles is that they're loud and annoying, and the people who ride them are loud and annoying. It's not... Okay, just...
Live. All right, let me...
Oh, you didn't tell me the guy criticizing me was hot.
Here for a second and say that I do in fact agree with a lot of what Vaush said in this.
You heard it here, folks. The issue's settled as far as I'm concerned. Weird title for a video in which he agrees with me, but I'll take my dubs where I can. It's a battlefield out here, frankly.
I want to start this conversation with mufflers because that was at the top of Vaush's complaints. He spent more time talking about them than anything else.
Yeah, I live in a city, and I think that motorcyclists are obnoxiously loud. You can make a motorcycle pretty quiet. It's just most motorcycle riders mod them to be louder. I wonder why motorcycle riders are antisocial dipshits.
But man, when you live anywhere in the city, but especially if you live downtown or near the fucking highway, like, shit is just loud. And it is weird to pick motorcycles out of that crowd and say that they are...
Wait. The highway is the aggregate of all the cars driving on it. We're comparing a car to a motorcycle. Bro, we're not... You can't, like, gaslight me. I've heard a motorcycle rev up and start down the street. I know what it sounds like. It's significantly louder than a car starting to move. You can't get around... Like, you're not gonna make me forget that. I've been next to a motorcycle as it revs up. It's insanely loud.
I recorded a bunch of places for this video, and I was often disrupted by loud noises, but almost 0% of them were motorcycles.
Car noise, but that's not a... I'm just... What? Why not just accept the idea that motorcycles are really fucking loud? It makes sense that they would be. There's less containing the engine. It's a lighter vehicle. There's not as much, like, stuff built around it that would muffle the noise. Spoiler alert, near the end of the video, he says you owe apologies to Contra and Professor Flowers. Wait, really? Okay.
It's kind of fucking loud, and it's loud for a lot of reasons. My bike is the loudest when it is going the fastest, and when it is going the fastest is when I am on the highway. Highways like I-5 here usually run right through the major cities. Even cars without loud mufflers make a lot of noise because 4 wheels or more slam.
But that's talking about the sound of the wheels on the road. I'm talking about the sound of the engine revving. Like, have you guys not just been... It's been, like, relatively late at night, and then you hear from outside... Vroom, 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 and it's because a motorcyclist went from 0 to 60 real quick, or whatever. Yeah. Like, that's always a motorcyclist, I guess. Not always. Some people can do it with cars, but, like, yeah, that's pretty much always a motorcyclist. I hear that outside my condo every night. I don't know why they're trying to, like, gaslight us. Dude, that's literally what I experience every night. Yeah, I genuinely don't know. Like, what is the point of arguing that? Like, you're not... I just don't get it. Why?
Oh, yeah. Love that. Ah! Hold on.
I don't know why we're talking about the pneumatic brakes or the hydraulic brakes of buses and trucks. I don't know what that has to do with my stuff.
Listen to that bus.
This is, by the way, much quieter than a motorcycle revving up at the same distance from you.
People that swap to a motorcycle are part of the solution in a city. They are reducing their overall noise and pollution.
See, so this is, again, this is what I mean. This, to me, just comes across as, like, delusional. Like, when I have a vibe and I don't like motorcycles, I can admit to that. But why are you arguing against the factually correct position that a motorcycle revving is much louder? You know, like, I don't get it. I don't understand what motivates that. He can't tell because his hearing's damaged from the motorcycle, yeah.
And they are making more space for other people on the roadway. So when I see people like Vaush go off on motorcycles, it indicates...
But that's not true. motorcycles may be physically smaller, but on the roadway, they still take up as much space. The barrier around the motorcycle, the like space around it is larger because you're still limited by the lane system. Yeah, it's got the same like hitbox. You know what I mean? You have to give them the space, not with lane splitting. No, okay, but the lane splitting isn't fixed by more motorcyclists. And you're just going to have like a bunch of motorcyclists lane splitting through motorcyclists. You have to make a lot of space for motorcyclists. You can have 4 motorcycles in the same area as 1 car. Can you please not say shit if you're only a straw dummy put up to make me look smarter? My ego's fine. It doesn't need any more. You cannot have 4 motorcycles touching tips at speed. Just because you can fit them that close together in a parking situation doesn't mean that you're having fucking the fucking Roman phalanx of motorcycles and interlocking defense. 50 motorcycles in the space of 1 bus. No, come on.
And unlike other internet people whose closest brushes to violence are when people dox them, motorcycle riders experience real violence in the real world. That's why I find this nonchalant,
so just a weird segue,
attitude that people like Vaush have towards calling for violence against motorcycle riders to be.
Whoa, what? Wait, what? You're like the motorcyclists who take the mufflers off, so everyone within a quarter mile is subjected to deafening noises purely to signal to everyone that you have a tiny penis. Like, stop.
In the
I was cooking with that.
current online politics culture, there are a lot of sarcastic calls to violence. You know exactly what.
Oh, wait, that really? Vaush's dangerous rhetoric? Do you think he's ever seen the stuff that I say about car drivers? In a functioning society, any motorcyclist who removed their muffler, once they had to stop at a red light, they actually would be like beaten by a mob. Okay, so some people might think I'm exaggerating here because I often do. I want to make it clear that I'm not. Okay, by the way, I just want to be clear about this, okay? To the people who deliberately mod their bikes to be so loud that when you're next to them, when they rev down the street, when I'm walking down the street at like 11:13 p.m. after a night out on the town, and then some dumb fuck runs by with a 110 decibel hyper engine that's been modded to fuck, that actually physically leaves my ears ringing. No, fuck you. You assaulted me. I'm not joking. I'm genuinely not joking. It is assault. It is vastly louder than the house parties that people get public nuisance charges against them for. I like, no, fuck that. Genuinely. My wife had her eardrum ruptured from no muffler. She was in a tunnel and he revved right next to her when she had the window open. Holy shit, Xsteady. I'm so sorry to hear that. Jesus fucking Christ. Immediate violence. Yeah, that's like a draw on the motorcycle next to you with your fucking car gun moment right there. Holy shit.
But what saps all the humor?
His wife's eardrum was ruptured. Are we like, that really happened?
About the situation for me is that I've had like a dozen people initiate violent conflict on me using their cars and their guns and justifying it by saying that my behavior on my motorcycle was dangerous.
What? Wait, is he owning the position of being the guy in the tunnel whose eardrum ruptured, or who ruptured the eardrum of the wife of the person who posted? I'm not watching this entire thing, man.
I do think he owes a lot of people apologies. ContraPoints would definitely be one. Professor Flowers would be another, but
yeah, I don't know about this one, guys. It's crazy the heat that a white man will take for saying that motorcycles are loud. You know, they're trying to crucify me like Christ.
My forgiveness is not contingent on repairing those relationships.
Well, your forgiveness? For you presumptuous fuck. Okay, no, that's enough. Oh my God.